Greetings, everybody. Shifu O here. Hey, I didn't do a video yesterday because I really had to sit back and think of some stuff. I want to address two things today. We all know Jimmy Sherman. He's a scumbag. We all know that. I want to address Team Unity and the people who are supporting him, and ask them a few questions and let them figure it out. When has Jimmy Sherman ever paid for a hotel room for you guys? When has he ever paid for transportation for you guys? Why does my daughter get a room for her and her family and you guys don't? Why does my daughter get paid? I mean, you know, she does 3 events. How come all 3 of her events get her paid for? You know, she has only been on Unity for a little over a year. Why is it that, you know, he wasn't doing that for Wayne, he wasn't doing that for Byron, he wasn't doing that for anybody else, he wasn't even doing that for the coach, but you're doing that for Cassandra? Things that make you go, The next thing is, most people are asking me, how could this have happened? And then some of the people even saying, you know, how did we not see it? This is why I wrestled and didn't do anything. This is a difficult video to make today. You know, because my guilt, like I told you guys for, is immeasurable. As a father, I should have seen a lot of this. I should have, you know, people should have listened to me, but I should have pushed back then, you know. But technically, it was a father's intuition. I didn't have the proof. I didn't have what I have now. What I have gotten yesterday was the actual text messages that my ex have been hiding. The police, I had to pay for them, but I got the actual text messages. Ladies and gentlemen, I will never put these text messages up. It's a porno movie in words. This man should be castrated. He really should be castrated. That's how bad this stuff is. My daughter in there is just as bad. But keep in mind, she's the victim. And she's thinking that this man loves her and that they're going to be together and that is nothing wrong. So the next thing is, you know, how did all this happen? I'm not going to go way back when I was saying that, you know, something was wrong and nobody was listening. We're going to take it from these text messages. These text messages came in a week before the Pan Am tournament in Miami. I did not catch the text messages because actually yesterday was the first time I actually seen all of them. And it broke my heart because it's my daughter, and it just made me disgusted more with this individual. So, who got the text messages? My ex got the text messages. My ex is the one that confronted Jimmy Sherman, who told her, oh, I was just playing. Ladies and gentlemen, a 45-year-old man does not play with the stuff that was being said to a 16-year-old. It just doesn't happen. He should be castrated. So he was just playing, and then my daughter confronted, said she was just playing. It wasn't until my oldest daughter looked at that and said, you know what? Nah, something's wrong here. And then Cassandra, my daughter, sat there and confessed to her. My oldest daughter, not even knowing what to do with this, wanting to keep a secret for her little sister, realizing she can't, you know, doesn't tell me. She tells her brother. So now her brother, before they even tell me, they all get together. They question Cassandra. Come to find out, yeah, it did happen when he was 15. She told 5 people that it happened when she was 15. Gave the date of December 2014. So I still don't know. So those of you saying that, oh, this is just a personal vendetta against, you know, Shifu got against, you know, Jimmy Sherman, screw you. because I didn't unveil this. It's not like I did this. It's not like I woke up one morning and said, oh, let's call Jimmy a pedophile. That'll get them around. No, you're idiots if you think that. And you're worse than he is. So here's where a lot of your mothers will get pissed off, because now you have all this information. Why does my ex send her to Miami to compete with Team Unity? Gives her back her phone so she can call Jimmy again, you know, and allows her to compete. And I still don't know. The only reason, here's God at work, that Jimmy Sherman didn't show up is because I had sent him a cease and desist letter, not even knowing all this. My lawyer, and I'm telling him what's going on, and my lawyer said right off the bat, he is grooming her. Okay, if I would have told you the stuff that was going on, all of you would have said he is grooming her. So now everybody thinks I'm going to the Pan Ams. And they know that I will pull his heart out and take a bite out of it. Plain and simple. Stick it back in, try to put it together, you know, watching too much CSI Miami, something like that. But anywho, she goes down there, and the point of that is that what person would do that? See these texts and then send her down there to compete anyway? Who would do that? That's why I say a lot of you mothers would be pissed, because if you mothers saw that in your daughter's phone, your daughter wouldn't have a phone, your daughter wouldn't have a backside, your daughter wouldn't, not in that house. That it doesn't work that way. Her phone has been the bane of a lot of trouble that went on. A lot of what people know was because of that phone. You had grown people from the point that she first got the phone. What are 18-year-old black belts? Well, they're more than 18-year-olds. I'm just saying, if you're over 18-year-old and you're a black belt, what the hell was you doing in my daughter's phone? If you are over 18 years old and a black belt, what the hell are you doing talking to my daughter about her future with other teams? Who the hell did you guys think you were? You were no better than Jimmy Sherman, because you guys are the ones who put this independent crap in her head, that she was better than Kung Fu Atlanta, that she was better than this, that she was better than that, and that she didn't need her father. Her father and her were undefeated for 3 years without none of you punk behinds. Without none of you. What it was, you guys were jealous. You guys were jealous, and y'all sat there and got into a 15-year-old head, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Some of you are still trying to do it, still in her head, still talking to her, and you shouldn't be. You are adult men. What the hell are you guys thinking about? What the hell is this sport coming to? And if I catch it again, I'm putting your names out there. Plain and simple, because I'm going to go to the NBL top and the NASCAR top, and I'm going to give them the messages that I have. So you guys need to cut that out, and don't come to tournaments looking at me going, hey man, slapping me 5, this, that, and the other, knowing that y'all doing that BS. Okay, that was my angry moment. I brought it back. It just pisses me off when people, you know, they smile in your face like, you know, like the record goes. The backstabbers. You know, I was just at a recent tournament that I even shouldn't be. I mean, I rushed to get out the hospital to go to the tournament, and first thing people ask me, oh, what you doing here? Why shouldn't I be here? You know, who's going to stop me from being here and there? You know, who's going to stop me from going to tournaments? Nobody said I couldn't go, so why wouldn't I go? And then that made me think. I was like, you know what? You're one of the people that was in my daughter's ear. You know, that was your goal. That was your goal. Then, you know, my son is competing. My son showed out. And, you know, and people are rooting against him all of a sudden. That used to be the boy, you know, that used to be the man. Now you're rooting against him. I was like, okay. So even my son was like, you know, Dad, we're going to hit this training. Because my son hasn't trained since all of this happened. And he just said he wanted to go there and fight. So imagine this boy been training. That's all I'm going to say about that. Stay out my daughter's ear. Stay off her page. If you're 18 and over and you are on this girl's page, you need to get off. Because I will be monitoring you. The FBI is now going to be monitoring her page. So let's not get it twisted. This is not something that I am making up. Well, there you have it. Now you know how it happened. You know how she was sent to do this thing. You know how the messages were retrieved. And you guys judge for yourself. Mothers, calm down, because I know you were saying, oh, I would never do that with my child. I would never send my child like that. And, you know, normal people wouldn't. So I don't know what her problem is, what her issue is. But, guys, like I said, this was a difficult video to do. And a lot of it is me rambling. But I just don't understand it. I don't understand how still today, it looks like they both are protecting Jimmy Sherman, and there's nothing to protect, because the more that I do this, the more that comes up, and that's that. Well, everybody, I went running. This was difficult for me to do today, and it's raining, so time to hit the showers and get my day started. Everybody, peace.